Good afternoon, CFM. Welcome to another week of training. This is Coach Matt. On a Monday, we're gonna do a variation on some tempo work for our back squat today, and then a fun little CrossFit workout to finish. Isn't that funny? It's CrossFit Man Talk. We're gonna do some CrossFit. Haha. Let's go warm up. Very simple. First part of the warm up, so part A, and then part B is more technical. Start off with 20 jumping jacks. Just get springy, move those arms around. Down to the ground for mountain climbers, so that is a straight knee pull towards the same side elbow. And when you get done with that, we're doing 10 reps of an air squat. So just stretch those hips out. If you are someone who is like either struggles with squat depth, or you hear me saying, hey, a little bit lower repeatedly, the warm up is a wonderful time to exceed the normal range of motion, right? So when we get into the warm up, we want to really test out the range of motion when there is no load applied other than our body weight. Get down there, get comfortable with it, and that will help you to get more range of motion when you are loaded, okay? And as a general rule, we like to say, I want your brain and your decision making to dictate your range of motion, not the limitations of your joints, right? So in other words, your intended movement should not be bouncing off of the limit of your joints. You should know when the right time is to stop that downward motion. You should execute that no matter how heavy the weight is. And that a lot of times, that's our ego battle that we go through every day. It's like, do I want to get the number or the bounce or the depth? And am I going to make a good decision today? So this is my little bump of encouragement. Make that good decision, sacrifice your ego, do the stuff that's good for your body, okay? All right, so 2 warm-up sets today. We're gonna do what's called the 10 pause method. And this is a fantastic method for finding your balance in the squat, because speed and momentum can mask imbalance in the squat, all right? And a lot of times we go like shooting down towards the bottom, we bounce off the hips and the knees and the ankles, and we rock it back up to the top, and then we take a little stutter step because we're off balance. And there's somewhere in the middle there, we know that there's an imbalance, but we don't know exactly where it is or how to find it. And so the 10 pause method gives us that opportunity for how to find it. So we're gonna do 2 warm-up sets at least, and then we're gonna do 4 sets of 5. But each of those sets is going to use the 10 pause method for each rep, right? So normal grip on the bar, normal everything on the back squat, take everything back a few paces, and then it's just 10 short stops all the way until we get to the bottom. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It should be about 90 degrees when I get to 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is the very, very bottom, and then drive all the way up in one motion, okay? 1 through 10, you can think about like your hips travel downward maybe 2.5 feet. So you divide that into 10 little increments. They should all be about the same amount. This is another one, kind of like our tempo, our eccentrics, where it's easy to go slow at the top, or it's easy to take big bites at the top, and then they get smaller and smaller and less important as you get to the bottom. So try to still take small little tiny bites, even at the top. Feel the balance in your feet at every stop on the way down on that 10 pause back squat, okay? When we finish that, we've got a very simple but not easy conditioning complex to do. It's gonna have 3 movements to it. 1 is run, 2 is toes to bar, or wherever you're at on the toes to bar progression. 3 is walking lunge, right? Or movements that approximate those exercises, okay? So running is running, 800, 600, 400, and my intent there is somewhere in the 4 to 5 minute range on the first round, somewhere in the 3 to 4 minute range on the second round, somewhere in the 2 to 3 minute range on the third round. Then we're gonna get 20 reps of toes to bar or toes to bar progression work. Okay, so the full movement of the toes to bar, right, is hanging from the bar, feet off the ground, and I'm tapping my feet to the bar in between my hands, right? If I can do the skipping rhythm, but get my toes close, that's fine. Get my legs up above parallel, that's fine. Go knees above parallel, that's fine. Other methods for this are the toe tap out front method. Okay, so this is when I'm working on my kipping rhythm and I can't quite get my feet all the way up there. I can start with my toes up here and rock forward and then swing back and bring my legs up as far as I can. And every rep, I'm touching my toes down at the front And this helps me to work on that kipping rhythm and what that feels like. And it also gets a really good exercise or a really good workout for the grip, shoulders, and the core, okay? When you finish your 20 reps of whichever version you're gonna do, we're just doing 20 total walking lunges, 10 per leg, and then right back out the door for your next run. And that's it for this Monday. Woo, I'm out of breath. And hopefully I've recovered before Tuesday.